The story of the old woman and the girl. There once lived a young girl who was never at peace with herself. She constantly compared her life with those around her. Some of her friends were wealthier, some prettier, some quicker in studies, and some more popular. Every night she went to bed thinking, "I am less than others." One afternoon she sat crying under a tree. An old woman from the village known for her wisdom passed by and asked, "Why are you so sad, child?" The girl replied, "I am unhappy, because everyone else is better than me. No matter how hard I try, I fall behind." The old woman listened patiently and said, "Come to the forest tomorrow morning. I will show you something." The next morning, the girl arrived at the forest at sunrise. The old woman was already waiting. She took the girl by the hand and began walking slowly through the woods. First, she pointed to a rose bush in bloom. "Look at this rose," she said. "It is admired for its fragrance and color, but see that tall pine tree next to it. The pine has no flowers, no fragrance, yet it gives shade, wood, and strength. Both are different, yet both are beautiful in their own way." They walked further. The old woman showed her daisies, sunflowers, and wild orchids. "Each flower has its own fragrance," she explained. "A daisy does not try to smell like a rose, and the rose does not envy the orchid. Still, together they make the forest beautiful." As they moved deeper, birds flew across the trees. The old woman pointed upward. "See how the birds rest on branches and sing their songs? That is their gift. But imagine if a fish wanted to fly like a bird. It would only be miserable. The fish has its own gift, to swim gracefully in the water. Every creature has its place, every being has its talent." The girl nodded, beginning to understand. The old woman continued, "Look at the river flowing nearby. It never compares itself to the mountain. The mountain stands tall and strong, while the river flows low and gentle, but together they create harmony. One gives water, the other stability. Neither is greater, both are needed." She then picked up 2 stones, one rough, one smooth. Even stones are different. The smooth stone has been shaped by years of water. The rough stone has its own strength for building. Imagine if the rough stone complained, "Why am I not smooth like the other?" It would never know its own power. Finally, they sat beneath a banyan tree. The old woman said softly, "Child, comparison is like a shadow. It follows you only when you turn your back to the sun. When you face the light of your own qualities, the shadow disappears. You are not meant to be anyone else. You are meant to be yourself." Tears filled the girl's eyes. For the first time, she saw clearly. She was like a flower with her own fragrance, a bird with her own song, a river with her own path. She no longer wanted to be an apple wishing to become an orange, or a fish longing to fly. That day she promised herself to stop comparing, and instead to nurture her own gifts. Moral: every person has unique strengths just as every flower, bird, and tree has its own purpose. Comparing yourself to others blinds you to your own beauty. True happiness begins when you recognize and value your own qualities. If you like my story, please like, share, and subscribe.